Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and these here are the Crescent Z2. They are what they call an auto-bite plier. You might notice it's got this little lever here. It says bite on, auto-bite. So what this does is it intersects this notch down here, so if you've got this in the fully open position and you start to close the jaws, they slide up until they encounter resistance, and then they lock on. So if I've got a bolt here, I can just squeeze up and then grab it. Now, it doesn't allow you to slide it back down. What does? These Knipex Smart Grips. So these, you notice, I can operate back and forth quite easily in my hand and then grab something, and then they lock in, you know, with whatever size. They're much faster, much easier to use, and much more expensive. Probably a little bit better built because they cost quite a bit compared to the $16 that these cost. However, I'm pretty sure all of you are going to get these for Christmas from someone you love. And the reason is I saw these maybe a month ago at Home Depot. They had a big display of them. I was actually out at a Home Depot again, and I noticed the display was almost empty. So tons of people have bought them at that $16 price, probably to give them to someone they love, because there's a good chance you do not have one of these already. Does it work? Sure, it works. I think it's a little bit, you know, maybe for blind nuts or something like that. I don't like that I have to, you know, somehow open it up with two hands or do a little kind of a flicking to try to get it. It is a two-handed job to get it back lined up. You can certainly turn that off, which is nice. You know, turn it into a regular old Knipex Cobra style plier. Here's a 250, the classic. These sell for around 30 bucks, just the regular old Knipex Cobras. That's what I've seen them for. So this is about half the price of a pair of Cobras. Profile, similar. The trapezoid up at the front. Knipex is a little bigger, more aggressive teeth. This might be a little deeper, shallower there. You can see. If you look at the package, which I still have right here, these are the Auto-Bite 8-inch tongue and groove V-jaw pliers. One hand self-adjust. They should say in one direction. I love this. 1 and 21/30. When I see stuff like that, and then they also have the 42 millimeter, what I'm wondering is if the advertising person in, well, maybe Vietnam or finished in China, just did a conversion for 42 millimeters, and that's what they came up with. Well, 21/30. Really? But anyway, you can see it's got the grip zone. So that is, I'm glad that they're working with different designs in plier handles. That's kind of nice to see that. And slim jaw, they call it. The slim, yeah, but it also looks very similar to the thickness of a Cobra, a standard Cobra. And this is the interesting thing. It says, designed, engineered, and tested right here in the USA. It's a product of Vietnam. It's finished in China. It's Apex Tool Group, of course. All kinds of different stuff here. The Auto-Bite, you know, they're showing you how it works here, whether you turn it on. So is it worth 16 bucks? It's pretty handy. The Auto-Bite does make life easier, you know, to cinch these up. Sometimes, as you know, with Cobras, even though it's got a push button, you might guess at something. Whoops, you know, that's way too big, so then you got to adjust it again. So it's not necessarily freeing you up from the two-handed operation of a Cobra-style plier, but it's certainly faster than trying to, you know, figure it out, especially in something as coarse as this, where you're going back and forth. So it does definitely have a place, you know, to easily grab something. That's nice. The handle, it is two different materials, a little harder plastic here. It is noted as tether ready. It does have holes in both ends, so I guess that's good. Work on a ladder or a lift or something like that. I would put this a little bit more in the convenience DIY area. There's the part number if you want that, RTABBCG, also known as the Z2. But anyway, enjoy yours for Christmas. Let me know what you think of them once you start using them. It does put that Auto-Bite into, or the Smart Grip into more hands, because once you use that, it is really convenient, especially for doing things blind. One thing I have noticed, if you grab things with these it's easy to grab stuff not quite right. Maybe you feel it and then you start turning and then something happens. Get that to focus there, something happens. So it is possible when you're using something Auto-Bite to grab in an inefficient way. This one seems to be grabbing, pretty well, sorry. Try it with a little smaller one. You might grab it funny, and then as soon as you start reefing on it, it pops. There you go. But anyway, there it is. I think it's a good plier. Real simple design. I don't think it's going to hold up to a lot of hard use, though. I mean, look how thin that wall is right there. I don't know why they did that. I guess maybe for art's sake, but they've shrunk it. Anyway, with that, Doc out.